Hi friends, I'm Katerina from the Evolution of Stitches. This is my very first video of a series of videos on how to crochet for absolute beginners. If you are just starting learning how to crochet, then this video is for you. Before you start, I think it will be useful to know some things about the yarn and your hook. It will make your life easier. Let's talk about the yarn which is more suitable for a beginner. I have some balls and skeins here from my stash, but trust me, there are hundreds of yarns to choose from. I will show you which one to use and which to avoid as a beginner. So, if you are just trying to learn how to crochet, it wouldn't be a good idea to start with a yarn like this because it would be very difficult to control it. Let's go to a yarn like this one. It's also a bit difficult to control the tension and how to insert the hook in it. Also, this one, I have crocheted a shawl with it, but trust me, it is very difficult to use it because it gets tangled all the time. So I would say that for now, please avoid these types of yarn. Also, it would be better if you stick with a solid color when you start crocheting. This variegated yarn is very nice, but it will be difficult for you to distinguish your stitches, so stick with a solid color. Also, this cotton yarn is too thick. I wouldn't suggest it for a beginner. And this yarn is quite thick, not very suitable for a beginner, but for the time being I would keep it for demonstration purposes, to use it in my videos. So that leaves us with this kind of yarn, the 100% acrylic yarn of medium weight, but still we wouldn't want to use a color like this because it's too dark for us to see our stitches. So it's better to stick with a color, lighter color like this or this. And by the way, I would like to tell you some things about the labels that you can see on the skeins of yarns you buy. First of all, there are these symbols that guide you on how to take care of your finished crochet projects, how to wash them, how to dry them, etc. But what is more important for now is that when you see this hook symbol, there is a number near it, and this shows you what size of hook you should use for this yarn. But I would suggest that because you are a beginner and also because I believe that crocheting is very personal and you should try to find what is comfortable for you. Don't follow this blindly. For example, if you crochet very tightly, then it will be good for you to use a hook which is a size bigger. I mean, to go up a hook size from what it is suggested on your skein. Also, other things that you can find on the label of your yarn is how much grams are in it or how many meters, and this will help. Now let's move on to our hooks. A hook is what you use in order to be able to crochet. This is the grip of the hook with which you grab the yarn, And here it's the throat of the hook where you control your yarn. Actually, your yarn is worked here. And here you can find a number, or in some hooks you can find a letter, or even millimeters. These symbols show you the size of your hook depending from where they were manufactured. The hooks I have here are all aluminum and very cheap. But nowadays you can find very fancy hooks, even with light, if you would like to crochet in the dark. But for the time being, I would suggest that you stick with one of these hooks. You don't have to spend a fortune on your supplies right now. Also, these hooks are used to crochet lace, like tablecloths, runners, and things like that. Another thing crocheters use is stitch markers, but unfortunately I don't have one to show you because I don't use them. I believe that it's better to be able to count your stitches and to be conscious of your stitches and your rows, and this is something I will show you in one of my next videos. So, this video is an introduction on how to choose your yarn and your hook. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please leave a thumbs up. I'm looking forward to seeing you in one of my next videos, and please subscribe to my channel so you would be alerted every time I release a new one. Until next time, happy crocheting! Bye!